Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, it's great to have you on the show. I want to play some more of the video because it's very compelling. It's 21 seconds, and listen to the sound because this is a big part of the investigation. Congresswoman, you heard the shots in there, but the shots were several seconds after this. People knew what was happening. They saw the shooter. Everybody seemed to know except for law enforcement. And now we know that the shooter surveilled this site with a drone for days.
Right. First of all, I want to just say this is just horrific for the nation. And Congress is investigating and looking into it. And there will be a special task force delegated for that specifically. And what we saw this week, both in testimony with Christopher Wray and now former Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle, is that there were photos taken. You heard that in the one of the clips you showed earlier, too, was one of the snipers that were on the roof talk about, is this the guy that we have pictures of? They took pictures of him, of Crooks, 57 minutes before the first shot was fired. So for almost an hour. God bless the local law enforcement who were there and who protected those on the ground and protected Donald Trump. Just amazing that no one else perished that day.
I thought it was kind of stunning when Director Wray was talking about his planning of this. Listen to this sound.
Starting somewhere around July 6th or so, he became very focused on former President Trump and this rally. On July 6th, he did a Google search for, quote, how far away was Oswald from Kennedy?
I mean, 7 days of planning this thing. What did you think, by the way, of Director Wray and his testimony today?
Well, number one, knowing that this was obviously premeditated and hearing that. The second thing I wanted to say was at least we got little bits and pieces and gleams of information today with Christopher Wray. We got nothing on Monday from the former director of the Secret Service, but there's still a long way to go. And both Senator Grassley and Senator Johnson have been putting out preliminary reports of their findings, some of which I used in the questioning of the director on Monday. It's been very difficult to get any information out of any agency. Secretary Mayorkas ought to come forward next and answer congressional questions.
And I've got to go, but he also said that he's increasingly concerned about foreign terrorists because of the southwest border, which brings us right back to President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. I've got 15 seconds for wrap us up. Right.
The borders are Kamala Harris. She owns every bad decision of this administration. She owns it, and we ought to be talking about it every day between now and November.
Congressman Mace, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.